Hello everyone, welcome back to another fashion video. Today we're talking autumn winter trends. Now this year's trends are they're exquisite. I love autumn winter fashion. It's my favourite time of year for fashion. I really struggle in summer because I just don't love it as much, and this year's trends are just so good and they fit my style so well. So I'm very excited about this season, as you can tell. But I wanted to show you guys my kind of favorite trends this season, the trends that I'm loving, the trends that I think are worth buying into. Obviously I haven't got every single trend that is like a thing this season because not all of them fit into my style, but these ones I'm going to show you are all ones that fit into my style really well, and some of the pieces I've actually kind of had for a longer time or have kind of thought about before but never injected into my wardrobe. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys what I've got in front of me. I'm really excited about this because I just freaking love autumn winter fashion. Is anyone else like that? I literally I love it so much, and I'm really like developing my style a lot this year, which I really like. I'm just straying away from the classic jumper and jeans and like bringing other elements into my wardrobe, which is just what we need, right? So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get into the video because I've been talking for long enough, so let's do this. I'm gonna start with a firm favourite of mine. You may know this one if you watch previous videos or even if you follow me on Instagram. The chunky boot trend. I love the chunky boot trend. I won't lie to you, when winter rolls around I usually tend to buy one pair of boots or wear one pair of boots and stick to that the whole season, because I can't, when I fall in love with something I just wear it all the time. These boots are one of those things that I've just fallen in love with, and I love the way they look. I think they give a really cool like edgy vibe to an outfit, and I quite like adding like a little edgy touch to a look, so I really like these. Now these aren't the most comfortable boots ever, I won't lie to you, but I am slowly breaking them in. I don't, obviously because we're not leaving the house as much at the moment, I haven't worn them for long periods of time. I wear them for like short periods of time. Maybe if I'm shooting pictures I'll wear them then, or I'll wear them on a short walk, or I'll wear them for like half an hour or whatever. Yeah, they're amazing. They are my favorite piece this season, I have to admit. Every single outfit I'm either going for these or my cheaper alternative, which I will show you, which are from Topshop. I mean, they're not super cheap, but they are an amazing pair of boots. I'll show you this way. So these are more of a like Chelsea boot style. I bought these because I was like, do you know what, these are great, but sometimes you want something a little bit more sleek, so these are quite nice for that kind of sleek look. They don't feel like super like heavy in terms of the way they look, whereas these I think look a lot more heavier. I love both of them. They work for both different things, but chunky boots are huge this season, and if you're thinking about buying a pair of chunky boots, definitely recommend. If you're a little bit wary about price, ASOS sell an array of different brands that are really like well priced if you don't want to spend too much money. In terms of quality, obviously you can get your hands on a pair of these. They are expensive, so I wouldn't say like buy them if you don't really want them, but Topshop sell really good quality boots that will last you a long time. Like these I've worn quite a lot and they're in really good condition. I also have a pair of Topshop chunky boots from last year and I wore those loads and they are in really good condition. So if you're looking for a pair of boots that's like maybe a bit better quality but isn't super cheap, Topshop is the place to go because they're usually around £80, which is not exactly cheap but really good price. If you're wanting something cheaper, I would say ASOS. I'll link some similar ones to these below that are cheaper, because obviously these are quite expensive, but if you're thinking about buying these, highly recommend. I put off buying them last year and I don't know why, because I love them so much. So chunky boots are a huge trend. I'm so here for it. I think I've only worn maybe one other pair of shoes on my Instagram apart from these shoes because I'm obsessed with them. So I will probably be wearing these for the foreseeable future, maybe the occasional Converse or trainers thrown in, but yeah, loving the chunky boot trend. Next up we have the belted blazer trend. Now if you are a fan of a blazer, this comes to no surprise because blazers are a thing every single autumn winter season. I don't think you can really go wrong with a blazer, whether you belt it or not. Such a good piece to have in your wardrobe. This one's from Misguided, and it's beautiful. It's a really lovely kind of wool style, like expensive feeling blazer, but obviously a lot cheaper than your classic, you know, and Other Stories blazer. Really lovely belt. I think this is a really good way of like adding a smart element to an outfit that might have been a bit more casual. You could literally wear like a roll neck or a thin knit underneath, pair of jeans, boots, and you're good to go once you got this on top. So belted blazers are great. It's nice to have an alternative if you've got like a classic simple blazer. Maybe get one with a belt for like a different look, or if you're just wanting to add like more to your blazer collection, this is a really good way to go. I think blazers are great. It doesn't really matter what sort of blazer you go for. You don't necessarily have to go for a belted blazer. Obviously if you want to make it last longer, past these seasons, past this year, definitely buy into simple classic blazers. This is a classic style. I don't think the belted blazer is going to go anywhere, but if you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm going to wear that next year, maybe just go for a classic simple blazer. But a belted blazer is a really good one to go for if you want that polished look. It just brings in the waist if you don't want to look too frumpy. If you want to have that more kind of fitted silhouette, this is a really, really good one to go for. I'll link this below in any similar ones that I can find. But yeah, really nice way of just making you feel a little bit more like you have that feminine silhouette if you're looking for that. Otherwise, I would say go for whatever blazer you want, because blazers are a thing every single year and actually every season, so you can get lots of wear out of them, which I really, really like. So yeah, so here for the blazers trend. I actually have a nice collection of blazers growing. This is my only belted blazer, but I do have a belted shirt which I thought I would show you, just because like it's nice to switch it up. Like whilst the belted blazer is really great, you could also get a belted shirt which gives a very similar look but also different, if you know what I mean. So it's not, the belt isn't on it, but I can show you roughly. So this is a faux leather brown shirt, not a colour I would have gone for last year, I'll tell you that. And it's got like belt loops so you can put the belt in and you can take the belt out. I think it's a really lovely piece to have in your wardrobe. Faux leather is another huge trend which I'll get onto in a minute, but it's a really good way if you're not a fan of blazers, you think they're too smart, maybe try a shirt or like an oversized like jacket or something like that, with a belt. You can bring it in, still has that kind of element of layering, but is a little bit like not so smart, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I love this one. This one is quite expensive, so I'll link something similar below, because I know some of you probably want something a little bit cheaper than this. This is from the brand Current Air. Really lovely, like beautiful piece, but I know there's some cheaper ones out there, so I'll link those below. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with something that's belted, because it just gives that like kind of look, you know. Sometimes you really just need to show off your waist. Who doesn't love showing off their waist? I mean, it's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. On to the next thing. My next trend is teddy bags. Now you may have seen a lot of people wearing teddy bags. I love this trend. I love the Borg. I love the kind of coziness it gives. I have quite a classic kind of casual style. I'm not super dressy with my looks. I'm not really like very like, I keep it classic and simple. You guys know this. And this really fits quite well into my like wardrobe. The kind of simplicity, but also the coziness. I just love a teddy bag. You can get teddy bags everywhere. They're amazing. This one is from Topshop, and I'm obsessed with it. It's even got like a little fastening, which is great. They also sell this in chocolate brown if you're not a cream fan. I am much more of a lighter tone than a darker tone kind of person when it comes to like these like more earthy tones. But saying that, the chocolate brown one does look really good, so I am tempted to get it. But I love this bag, and I think this is one of those items you can definitely wear year after year. Whilst teddy bags might not be the trend as such, Borg and teddy coats seem to be a trend every single year. So if you're going to buy into this kind of style, you don't really like the teddy coat, buy this. It's definitely a really good way of incorporating it into your wardrobe. Like I say, teddy is a thing every year, so it's not an item that necessarily will go out of style. It may not be the key trend next year, but it's a piece that you will be able to wear, which I love. Saying that, I got this bag last year. This one's from Topshop, and it's a vinyl with teddy. Now vinyl is a trend this year, but it's not as huge as it was last year. But the teddy is now back, so you could still wear this. They actually sell a very similar bag to this on Topshop now, so I will link it below. It's basically not got the borg handle, but again, this is a piece that was very trendy last year, but I can still wear this year because it's got that borg, but it has also got the vinyl, which is still also a trend. So really good pieces to buy if you're looking for something that to add that element into your wardrobe without going like too crazy. Do you know what I mean? But I'm loving this bag so much. Like, I really just want to wear it out. Maybe I'll just wear it to the supermarket because it's all I can, it's the only place I can really go at the moment. But how cute. Next up is one of my favourite trends this season, and it is faux leather. I love this whole faux leather vibe that's happening this year. Whether you're going for brown faux leather, black faux leather, different coloured faux leather, I'm loving it. I think faux leather is a really good way of just adding a bit of something different to your outfits and your wardrobe. I typically tend to go for jeans in the autumn winter time, but adding a bit of faux leather can just switch it up a little bit, can give a smart element, can make it more casual depending on your style. These trousers I have right here are a pair of mango wide leg trousers. They are in fact faux leather. Not something I would have gone for last year, and I have to admit they are definitely more of a fashion piece, but saying that, they are amazing and they're a really good kind of classic style. A wide leg trouser is not something that's like only fashionable every now and then. A wide leg cut is quite a popular style throughout the year, so this is definitely something you can wear time and time again. Whether they'll be the height of fashion next year, who really knows, but a wide leg faux leather trouser is definitely something I'm seeing on a lot of people, and it's a really easy look to go for if you like a wide leg trouser. It's not for everyone. I like a wide leg trouser. I think it really elongates my legs. I have said this before, but I have longer legs to my body, even though I'm quite small. My length is in my legs, so I can kind of get away with these kind of styles. Obviously, if you're a little bit shorter, you might find that wide leg just doesn't work for you, but any faux leather trouser works because, I mean, they're amazing. I've spoken about my Topshop faux leather leggings before. They're amazing. Such a good piece to have in your wardrobe because one, they keep you warm, but also you're still kind of incorporating the trends into your wardrobe, whether you're going for like out there faux leather or you're just going simple. Really good way of doing it. Another piece which you've probably seen on everyone is the faux leather blazer. This one's from Zara. It's not the cheapest blazer ever, but I tell you what, it's a really good piece. Really lovely like leather, this, and I think, well, faux leather, and I think as a piece to have in your wardrobe, it's really good to layer over an array of different things. The good thing about faux leather is that it will go with different colours. It's not like something that's only going to go with one colour. It will go with everything. So if you're someone who's like, oh well, should I buy it, should I not, I wear a lot of pink or I wear a lot of red, if you think it goes with black, then go for it, because I think with this, it's a classic piece. It's a blazer. Blazer is something that will come back time and time again. Often you find faux leather blazers or real leather blazers in vintage stores, and a lot of people have those and wear them every single year. So really good piece to buy into if you're thinking about it. I love the leather blazer trends. I know I've still got the tag on it. I haven't properly worn it outside yet because of corona, but I love it and it's a really lovely piece. And I think when it cools down a bit, even though it's still kind of cold at the moment, when it cools down a bit and you can wear this like over a jumper with like a coat over the top, I think it's going to look really nice as a layered look. But yeah, loving the faux leather. My next trend is cutouts. Now, sounds a bit weird, but let me explain. I'll show you a piece to explain it, I guess. So this kind of idea of like cutout tops with this like more skin showing, a little bit different, but like a play on your classic top. So this is like a one shoulder top, but it's a little bit different with these like cutout details. And I tell you what, these things are just amazing, because the good thing is about these kind of cutout styles is that if you're buying a top, you'll most likely get the wear out of it because you can wear it year after year. It's a little bit different. It's not your classic style. If you're buying a dress, it's quite a darish move, but if that's something you know you'll like in a year's time, or you know you'll wear a lot, go for it. I love these kind of styles because they're so flattering on this kind of like collarbone area, and this top actually doesn't show any cleavage or anything, so it's not like you're showing off a lot, you're just showing off your kind of collarbone, like I said. So I love this one. This one's from Topshop, but I've got a couple of others to show you. This one is a classic simple cutout where it's just like a little bit of a different neckline. Really good way of incorporating the trend without going like crazy. I know these kind of trends can be a bit difficult if you don't really know where to tackle them or where to start. This is a really good way of doing it because like it's so simple. This is just a black long sleeve top with a really nice neckline. So, and again, another really good way of doing it. This is a bit different in terms of cutouts, but I thought I'd include it. Basic little top, but it's got like a cutout back. So if you're not a fan of the cutouts around this area, maybe go for a back cutout. Still fits with the trend, also still a piece that you could wear all year round. I think it's important when you're thinking about buying into these kind of trends is how can you fit them into your wardrobe going forward into next year. Would you wear it next year? Is it something you're just buying because it's popular? Are you actually enjoying the trend? Do you think you'll wear it longer? That kind of thing. All of those tops I think I will get wear out of next year. I know we're not doing a huge amount, but if you find something you really like, or a nice little cutout top you can wear on Christmas Day, Christmas dinner, whether you're staying in or not, it's a great way of doing that. So I love the cutout trend. I've got one more trend to show you guys, which I'm very excited about, and I'm sure you know which one this is. The sweater vest trend. Who isn't wearing the sweater vest trend this season? Honestly, I love it so much. I think it's such a cool vibe. It's a bit different. It was around last year, but it wasn't as huge last year. But this year it is huge. Everyone's wearing it. And to be honest, I totally get it. Like, it's nice. It's a bit different. It's a play on your classic knit, and it gives like a little bit of something different to your style. I like styling these with like white shirts underneath. I think they give like a really cool, smart, casual vibe. But you could easily team knits underneath. You could wear another like similar thickness jumper. You could wear a roll neck, whatever takes your fancy. Both of these are from H&M. I think they're sold out, but I'll try and link them below. Sweater vests are just great, whether you go for more of a roll neck, a round neck, more of a thicker knit. This one in particular, I would probably team like a black thin knit jumper underneath to keep it looking more like a jumper than like a sweater vest, but also team it with a white shirt. You can wear them with like leather leggings underneath, with jeans. I just really like them. I think they just add like that very kind of different element to a winter wardrobe. And with knitwear always being quite samey in terms of styles, it's nice to have something a little bit different that's like still cozy, still warm, still wintry, but it's a little bit more fashion forward, which I think is really nice. Obviously, if you're not the hugest fan of it and you think, oh god, I'm gonna get cold, don't buy into it. They're also very hard to get hold of at the moment because everywhere seems to sell out the minute there's a sweater vest online. But if you do find one and you do think, do you know what, I'm gonna try it out, do it, because it's such an amazing trend, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, considering it was like a thing last year but very on the down low. And now it's a thing this year. It will probably be a thing next year. Trends like this seem to stick around if they're very kind of winter orientated. I find that when you've got a trend that sticks to like the autumn winter cozy warm vibe, they tend to stay. It tends to just kind of maybe be in the background, might not be the biggest thing, but does tend to stay. Like your roll neck jumper, you get that every single year, even though it's not necessarily a trend. You get it every single year and people will still wear them. So I think sweater vests are kind of along those lines, especially as you can give them that smart element but also the casual element, which I really like. So those are all of the trends that I have to share with you. Those are like the ones that I'm like living by at the moment. There are so many more, but I've just shown you the ones that I really like, and I think you guys will too, because if you like my style, I hope that these were the types of things you'd like to see. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye!